the first sharer with us, Dr. Willie T. Santos, all the way right now from Cambodia. Welcome, Dr. Willie.
Thank you. Good morning. Good Elken morning, everyone. Thank you, Leslie, and thank you, Elken, for giving me this opportunity to share about Elken Spirulina, and also for giving me this wonderful privilege to share alongside Dr. Yasumasa Kodo. This is such an honor, and I am very, very appreciative about this. So just to briefly introduce myself, I am Willie, and I'm a medical doctor from the Philippines. I've been based in Singapore and in Malaysia since 2010. I'm working for a multinational company where I am required to travel around the region, and that's why I am in Cambodia now. So I have been diagnosed with hypertension and diabetes and hyperlipidemia, which is high cholesterol and high triglycerides, since over 20 years ago when I was still in my early 30s. But at that time, I was in denial and I refused to take any medications. I thought that if I change my diet, I can still reverse my condition. You know, as a doctor, I am not a fan of supplements. I don't like taking many medications. And in fact, my friends know well that I don't even recommend vitamin C because, as we know, if we take a balanced diet, we can get the daily dietary requirements from the food that we take. But now we know well, and thanks to Elken, we know that there are certain nutrients that we need, and we can only get them from food supplements such as organic spirulina. So I got to know about Elken some 8, maybe 9 years back, but because of the nature of the business and my responsibilities with my company, I chose not to join at that time. And as I mentioned, I'm also not a very big fan of taking supplements. But because my condition wasn't improving, I eventually gave up trying my natural way, and I started taking antihypertensives, anti-diabetics. I was taking medications for my cholesterol and my triglycerides. So in total, I was taking about 6 to 8 pills per day until about 2 to 3 years ago. I crossed paths with an old friend who saw me taking all these 6 to 8 pills with no improvement. And he told me that I should actually be correcting my nutrition. So he gave me a bottle of spirulina. I reluctantly accepted this, but since it's a gift, so I just took it from him, placed it on my table at home, and forgot about it. So one day, I was sitting at home doing nothing. I saw the bottle, and I remember that he told me it's actually organic. So I thought, well, maybe there's nothing to lose, so I should try it. So first, I tried 5 tablets per day, which I increased to twice daily after 2 weeks. And eventually, I was taking 20 to 30 tablets per day. After 3 months, I went to see my company doctor for my checkup, and she was surprised. She congratulated me for having a very good control of my blood pressure. And when the blood test results came back, my cholesterol was down to normal, the first time after over 20 years that it went down to normal. And she asked me if I was cheating because she caught me once or twice in the past where I would increase my dosage just before the blood test, just to lower my result a bit. And I told her, no, I wasn't cheating. I just started taking organic spirulina. And she told me to continue taking it, and she'll see me after some time for my regular checkup. So after 6 months, I went back to see her. The blood test result again showed a normal level of spirulina. So she advised me to stop taking my medication. My blood pressure was under control. My diabetes was under control. So she reduced the dosage. And although I still had one problem, which I addressed later on. So this improvement in my general health gave me a boost of confidence. And I wanted to challenge myself even more physically. So I signed up for marathons. And before the pandemic, I finished 4 half marathons. I finished 2 10 kilometers and 15-kilometer run. And each time, my personal time was just improving. I also joined an event for the National Cancer Council, or MACNA, in Malaysia, where we climbed Mount Kinabalu, which is the highest peak in the Malay archipelago. This is to raise funds for cancer patients. And mind you, I never had any experience in mountain climbing before this. I had very little time to train for the climb because of my busy schedule. But I started taking more MRT products from ELKEN just to build up my immune system and my resistance. At the end of July 2019, on the 20th anniversary of my mom's death, she passed away due to cancer. I was able to raise over $3,000 US. I ticked my bucket list and I conquered Kinabalu. So you will see in the photo, this was taken near the summit of Kinabalu, where I was waved the flag, the Philippine flag, proudly in my national costume, just to celebrate the climb, to celebrate my mom's life, and of course, to celebrate my good health. So I continued going for more outdoor activities. You would see in the photo here, we would run in the park sometimes with ELKEN friends. We would go hiking on weekends, and we would join outdoor events. But unfortunately, due to the lockdown restrictions in Malaysia last year, my physical activities were put on hold. And now that many countries are starting to open up again, I need to kick myself again and start running and going for more physical activities. So with a not so very healthy medical history, I actually never thought I could do all those. But thanks to ELKEN Spirulina, not only did it improve my overall health, but it also made my immune system stronger. And when the pandemic started, of course, along with observing physical distancing, face masks, and hand hygiene, ELKEN Spirulina and other MRT products have always been a staple in my daily must-haves. So I make sure I always have the products available at home, especially during the lockdown last year. And whenever I travel, I would always fill my luggage with as much product that I think I would need for my trip, just to make sure that I maintain a healthy immune system, because I know I would be exposed to many people when traveling. So even though I am fairly young to ELKEN, I'm very happy that I decided to follow the advice of my friend. So I would like to thank Andrew for convincing me to take this product, because I have never felt healthier before this. And I intend to continue taking these products. And now I'm taking three pills instead, down from 8, and hopefully I can still reduce it even further. So this is the end of my short sharing. So thank you for listening. And back to you, Leslie.
Thank you so much, Dr.